أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah, thank you to our participant, yeah, Puan Noliwati and Encik Nur Alif, okay, to my training for today, which is basically 6 steps of preparing a high impact presentation. Okay. So by the way, my name is Nur Alif bin Hassan. Yeah. I'm basically the HRDC certified trainer since 30th January 2026, when after I attended the trainer training, yeah, in Desaru, Johor Bahru. Okay. So this is my we call it my accreditation video, yeah. For it's a 2 hours video training where it is a requirement to be accredited after the certified program. Yeah. Okay. So my background, yeah. I'm from 2023 to 2026. I call it PRPC, Petronas Refinery and Petrochemical Corporation, Pengerang and Pirachem Creditors Level Test CRT. Yeah. And then before that, from 2016, I joined the Rapid project, okay, as the senior manager for glycol and derivative in process engineering department (PED) of Pirachem Greenfield project, basically EOEG, 140,000 ton per annum of ethylene oxide and then glycol plant, which is licensed under Shell Master technology. Okay. Before that, from 2010 to 2016, I was a senior manager for in the PRPC in the Petronas Corporate Strategic Planning Division under PECCAM Asia Pacific, yeah. And also before that, in 2010, I'm the senior manager for operation for Optimal Chemical Malaysia. Somehow now it's basically known as PCOGD, derivative plant in Kerteh, Terengganu. So all in all, have 34 years of experience in the oil and gas and also petrochemical industry. After my graduation in chemical engineering in 1989 from Colorado State University, USA. Okay, so that is basically overall background. Yeah. So before we start the training, let's do the icebreaker. Yeah, icebreaker is basically welcoming the participant to this training, so that we can warm up and get to know each other. So in this case, for Alif and Puan Nawalawati can basically share one fun fact others may not know about you. So just basically can start with Alif. Apa yang benda yang orang tak tahu pasal Alif, ya?
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Alif. A fun fact everyone may not know about me is I'm a graduate from Polytechnic in diploma mechanical engineering.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. From which university?
Polytechnic Ibrahim Sultan at Pasir Gudang, Johor.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Alif. Yeah. Then Puan Wati.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Nawalawati. One fun fact about myself is I'm a good singer. I won competition in one of the the most sought competition in Johor Bahru.
Oh,
So I am the winner.
that's good. May we know what is the song that Puan Wati sang during that tournament competition?
I sang Nobody Love Me.
Okay, that's good. So interesting. So interesting. At least now we know the fun fact about all of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So that is our icebreaker for to basically get to know each other before we start our formal training session. Okay. So the what is the course outline? Yeah. For today. Okay. The topic of the presentation is basically a 6 step of preparing high impact presentation. Okay. So we will go over the whole 6 step. So at 9 o'clock, we have started just now. We welcome the participant. Yeah, we have completed the icebreaker, and then after this we'll go to the understanding the anatomy of a high impact presentation, and then also define our presentation objective. Yeah? So that when we start, we know what is our objective when we present the topic. Yeah, either to the committee, to the studying committee, or even to the leadership management. For example, like want to get approval for the project, yeah, or want to get the additional budget for the project. Okay, and then we cover about 1 hour in this topic. Then at 10 a.m. We start with the know your audience and structure your content. And this is a critical step. We will go in detail. How do we understand our audience of the or what we are going to present? Are they from the high leadership, high management, or are they from the contracting committee, for example? Yeah. And then from that, we also will go in detail about how do we structure our presentation pack. Yeah. Knowing the what call it the best, the effective method. Yeah. Okay, that is basically the at 10 a.m. from 11. Then from 11 a.m. we start doing the design the visual. Yeah, in terms of the how do we prepare the slide. Yeah, the slide for the presentation. Okay. For example, like we have the link in on the slide, and then what is our key message they want to present. For example, what are the data that we have? Either is it a graph, yeah, the graph, or is it the visual, yeah, that basically to represent the message they want to convey to our audience. Okay, and then we'll do the rehearsal. Yeah, so we'll get the participant to basically prepare the slide, and then the demo the rehearsal, 2 minutes demo. Okay, and then from 12 p.m. we have the module 7 step 6 called deliver. Yeah, deliver with confidence. Yeah, how do we practice? Yeah, how do we practice? We do the round 1 minute impact opening, and then we do a live micro presentation, and then the peer feedback in terms of our style, our presentation style. Okay, that is basically the course outline for today. Okay, this is basically a 4 hours training. Yeah. Okay, then for this, what is our training module? What is our learning objective? Yeah, for this training module, for 6 steps of preparing high impact presentation. The learning objective is that at the end of the session, the participant, okay, will be able to state the 6 steps of preparing a high impact presentation without referring to the training material. That is the learning objective for today. So keep this in mind, yeah, our learning objective, so that we can, at the end of the session, we'll be able to basically prepare the presentation material, and then do the rehearsal, the practice, and then deliver the presentation. Okay. So this is our what's called the session plan for today. Yeah. So for the today session plan, as I mentioned earlier, the agenda from the course outline, from 9:10 to 9:15 we have the module 1, which is basically the overview of the 6th step. Okay. Then also at the end of the session, we know the overall what I call it, the scheme of thing for this pack, and then the activity will do what I call group discussion, yeah, and then we're using our what I call it, our whiteboard, yeah, and also our PowerPoint in terms of the presenting the training module. Okay, and then we have the Q&A at the end of the session. And then from 9:15 to 9:45, we'll cover the module 2, which is basically a step 1. In this case, it's define the presentation objective. In this case, the learning objective is to ensure participants start with clarity and purpose, yeah, of presenting the topic. And then the activity on this one, crafting the one sentence objective for sample topic. Okay, we'll do the rehearsal later in terms of what are the topic to be presented, and then we'll have a guided discussion into the method. And then from 9:45 to 10:15, we'll do the module 3. It's basically a step 2, and step 2 is to know your audience. Yeah, and then in this case, the learning objective is to enhance the relevant connection and the message targeting to the audience. And then the activity will do the audience persona building. In this case, do a quick message adaptation exercise. Okay, and then we'll do the role playing. Yeah, so that it will be more interesting in terms of the participating in this training program. Okay, and then at 10:15 to 10:45 we have the half an hour tea break. Okay, then after the tea break we start the module 4. It's basically a step 3, structure your content. Okay, and then in this is a critical step where the learning objective is to help participants organize ideas, yeah, into a logical and persuasive flow. Then we do the activity into content, the structuring workshop, okay, and participant to drive a mini outline, okay. And then 11:15 to 11:45 we'll do the module 5, which is basically step 4. Step 4 is a design visual that enhance but not distracting the audience. Okay. In this case, the learning objective is to build competency in creating a visual that reinforce the message. Okay. In this case, the activity is slide transformation challenge. How do we then, from the cluttered slide, how do we transform the slide into a clean slide? Okay. Then we do the peer evaluation session. Okay. And then we start after that at 11:45 to 12:15. We do the module 6, which is step 5. We do a rehearsal. Okay. And then in this case, how do we strategically do a rehearsal? And then the learning objective for this is ensure delivery is smooth, confident, and memorable. And we'll do a 3-minute rehearsal drill where we'll do the feedback after that. Okay. And then at the end of the module 7, 12:15, before we stop at 12:45, we have step 6, which is basically a deliver. Yeah, we deliver with confidence for the step 6, and then just conclude our training program for today. And then in this case, we also do the live micro presentation and the peer feedback. Okay. So, any question on our program for today?
No.
No. Okay, good. Later we'll use the whiteboard to basically to present our ideas, yeah, and how to prepare the slide. Okay. All right. So okay, that is basically the overall program lesson plan. So we'll start now. We start. Yeah. I think before we start, I want to take a break, or we can continue. Can continue. Okay. I think before we let me check first the video. Yeah. Okay, good. Alright, so okay. Now with the module 1 overview, understanding the high impact presentation. So what are the characteristics of the 6-step overview discussion? Okay, and the key topic for the module 1 is basically to understand what are the characteristics, okay, and why the structure matters. And then we also overview the 6 essential steps. Yeah, we have to remember this one: define, know, structure, design, rehearse, and then deliver. Okay. And then also from we need to have a mindset shift. Mindset shift from information dump to basically outcome driven message. That is very important. Okay. Okay. So the overview of the 6 steps. So step 1 is basically define. Yeah, define. And what do we mean by define? Define is basically define our objective, defining the outcome versus the intention, understanding why the presentation exists. Okay, so basically before we prepare the pack, we need to know why do we have to present. Okay, again, as I mentioned earlier, this presentation is for the project progress update, for example, or is this the purpose of this pack is basically to get supplementary budget, okay, for the activity, yeah, or is it for the tendering procurement project, yeah. So knowing the objective, it's much easier for us to then prepare our pack, okay, and then we also need to identify the action-oriented objective. For example, is this for to need to inform, or is this for to persuade, to motivate, or to influence? Yeah, the committee, yeah, what I call it, the high leadership management for any decision to be made. Okay. Then the step 2 is basically know your audience. Okay. In this case, the key topic is that we need to know our audience demographic and psychographic. Yeah, because for example, for Alif, for example, yeah, you want to present to your society, what I call it, committee, for example. Yeah, so we need to know who is the audience in that committee. Okay, who is the chairman, who is the secretary, who is the treasurer, for example, yeah? So that you can tailor to each need of the members, so that they can also basically inform what you want to present, okay, and then they can make the decision or the action after your presentation to the committee, okay. And then we need to know what is the pinpoint, yeah, what is the expectation of the audience, yeah. And then what are their decision-making style? That is so important. Yeah. So when they listen to our presentation and they look at our visual, wow, this is something that, for example, is basically coming to their heart. Yeah. And then from that, well, okay, this is something that I need to approve this supplementary budget, for example, to make the project successful. Yeah. This, for example, that kind of know the audience. And then we need to also do the tailoring tone, data depth, and also the storytelling format. Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Hari, what do you mean by tailoring tone?
Tailoring tone means that in terms of our tonation, yeah, we need to tailor. For example, when we want to stress the fact, how do we then tailor our tone? We want to basically create the emotional attachment. How then we basically our voice intonation. Yeah, that is basically the tailored tone to suit each of the team member or committee members. Yeah. Okay, that's a good question, Pamati. Okay. All right. Then the third step, also critical in our presentation pack preparation, is that structure. Yeah, structure the content. Okay. In this case, we use the three-part flow. We have the opening, yeah, opening of the message. We have the body, and then the closing, yeah. In this case, we need to do the key, the message mapping from the key message, yeah. How do we have the supporting evidence? For example, like we have the graph, the trending, yeah, to show the issues, to show the problem, yeah, and also what are the evidence to support that, okay? And then from that, we will using this framework, for example, problem statement, yeah? From problem statement, solution, and the impact. So we have the storyline, yeah, that basically cover the whole pack from the starting from the problem statement, what is solution that we have, yeah, and then what is the impact from the solution or from the decision, okay. So this is the step 3 under structure the content, okay. All right. Then we'll do design the high impact visual, okay. In this case, how we're using the slide design principle in terms of the simplicity, yeah, contrast, spacing, what font to use, and what are the hierarchy, yeah, so that when the audience see our pack, we don't have the sort of like many statement, yeah. We present by visual because pictures show a lot of stories. Because we don't want the audience to read through our statement, yeah. And they want to listen what we want to say about the slide, for example, so that the message can get through effectively to the audience, okay. And then we're using the visual like the chart, icon, yeah, or image, and diagram, okay. So it's more powerful, impactful. And then we need to also avoid any clutter or cognitive overload that overload the audience, okay. And then again, the concept of storytelling with visual. Okay, that is where the design step under step 4 is critical, okay. And then we do the rehearse. Yeah? Rehearse, in this case, how do we rehearse strategically? How do we do the technique for rehearsing? Okay, like our verbal, visual, and then timing, and also the transition from each slide. Okay, and then we have to basically memory anchors to deliver without looking at the notes. So we have to be basically memorize what you want to present without looking at the notes. Okay, and then the body language also important, and our vocal variety also important. Okay, so that people not boring listening to the presentation. Okay, we need to keep the people from sleeping. Yeah, at least they listen to our right. Okay, and then managing anxiety through practice. Again, practice makes perfect. Okay? Always do a practice. Right? That is the step number 5 under rehearsing. And then the last step, the final step, is basically to deliver. To deliver with confidence. In this case, how do we do the opening technique? Yeah, the hook, question and stories. For example, we need to ask the participant. Yeah, for example, like what do they want to achieve from this presentation? Yeah, and then maintaining the audience engagement. Yeah, keep asking questions. Yeah, for example, keep recall back the step. And then handling any question, yeah, and also the interruption, and then closing with impact. Okay, this is important. Closing with impact, call to action. At the end of the presentation, we have the take-home message for the audience, and then also we need to have some sort of the decision, yeah, the decision from the committee, yeah. That we know actually at the end we know whether our presentation deliver the message, and then it's impactful to the audience, and also we also can tell whether the committee will agree or will approve, yeah, what you want to propose. That is so important. Okay. So that is basically the overview of the 6 steps. All right. So let's do the summary. Okay. Of the 6 steps, our module 1. Okay. Alif, what is the step number 1?
Step number 1 is define.
Good. Yeah. Define your objective. Okay. What we want to define?
We want to define why the presentation exists.
All right. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Good. Good, Alif. Then Pawati, step number 2.
Know your audience.
Yeah. And why? Why do we to know our audience?
So that we can deliver our
Message.
presentation or message to the audience.
Mhm. So that for example, the keyword like pain point, for example.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, pain point. Okay, good, Pawati. Step number 2 is basically know your audience, yeah. And then third step, Alif, third step. Wow, good. I can see Alif take note. Which is good. All right.
Structure presentation.
Structure your content. Okay. What are the key message or key step for this structure your content? How do we structure our content?
With 3-part flow.
All right. Oh, Alif, pay attention. Okay, good.
We have opening.
Opening.
After that, body.
Okay. Okay,
At
good.
the end, is closing.
All right, excellent, Alif. Good. And then the fourth step is basically design, high impact visual. Okay. Pawati, why do we want to design high impact visual?
So that we can impress our audience.
Mm. Yeah. So the message can get
Through the audience.
audience. That's good. Then step number 5, rehearse strategically. Alif, why do we want to rehearse?
To manage our anxiety while presenting.
All right, good. Because sometimes we feel nervous kan? Nervous. So bila kita rehearse, kita practice, then we can gain confidence when we deliver the presentation. Excellent, Alif. Then again, step number 6 is deliver with confidence and engagement. Okay. So that basically the end of the module. I call it module 1 overview. We can take the 5 minutes break. Yeah. Before we go to step module 2, step 1. Is it okay? Right.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we just continue. Yeah. Then. Okay. But let me check the video.
Apa kata uncle berhentikan ni, nanti kamera mati.
Tak apa. Okay, alright. Okay, so. Okay. Now we have complete our module 1 overview. So we'll go to we have done the Q&A. Okay. Now we start with the module 2. Yeah, module 2. Step 1, define your objective. So in this case, what are the key topics that you want to achieve for this module 2? We basically are defining the outcome versus the intention, and then understanding why the presentation exists, and then we identify the action-oriented objective just now, like inform, persuade, motivate, and influence. Okay. Alright. Again, these are the defined our objective tadi. Okay. Okay. And then we have done the module 3, know your audience. Okay. So let's do the some sort of like exercise together in terms of how do we define our objective. Yeah. Maybe Alif can basically write down somewhere, or I can write down in terms of what is take one example. How do we define our objective? Okay. So step 1. So take the project. Take one project that Alif want to present. Simple project. Such as dalam masa dekat college. Apa yang projek yang sekarang ni Alif tengah buat?
Race car.
Race car.
Race car.
Race car.
Race car from
Design race car.
Design a race car from yes, design a race car.
Design race car. Okay. Design. So this design race car is for who?
For children. Design for assignment.
Assignment. Design race car for a real race car or the mock-up race car.
Mock-up race car.
Mock-up race car. So it's a mock-up. So mock-up. So why we need to design the race car? To define our objective. Yeah. This is for final year project or
for a mini project.
Mini project.
To complete mini project.
So this is a mini project. Okay. Alright. So what can make the project successful?
With a good teamwork.
Good teamwork. In terms of the design, the race car, Alif have some sort of idea. What is the shape of the race car? Follow, for example, like a Ferrari ke ataupun ada something in mind yang race car or Mercedes. Example. I mean some sort of model. What model? What model?
What model I refer?
Model. Model apa yang Alif plan?
Like for model what model?
Maksudnya kita design tu mesti design yang race car yang contohnya macam Ferrari ataupun Mercedes kan?
Race car for Petronas.
Model. Example kan? Example Ferrari. So in this case, you have somewhere. I mean, you have the what sort of design that you want to do the race car. In this case, you akan example Ferrari model, kan? Betul? So you also have the circuit nanti lah.
No,
No.
only design car.
Only design the car. Okay, good. So at least we design the car, you have the macam remote ke, kan? Remote, so that you can simulate the race car performance, something like that. It's good. So at least you know the presentation is to design the race car, so you will find the source of the design in terms of what are the specification of the race car that you want to design. Okay, in terms of what is the speed, for example, the speed, how many, and then the fuel consumption. All that is come into the designing of the race car. Okay, so that is the defined objective of the presentation. Okay, so you want to present this to for example, like a design committee, for example. Okay, so that they will approve your design. Yeah, and then good, maybe is for they can also give a budget for you to basically do the mock-up of the race car. Yeah, so that is important for this step number 1. Okay, because when you have the topic, when you have the for example, in this case you want to design the race car, you will research all the information about the race car. Okay, about the Formula 1, for example. Yeah, all the pit stop. What are the pit stop that they have? Yeah, in terms of the tire design, engine design, all that come into this I call it design of the race car. Okay, which is good, Alif. Okay, at least you know the objective. Puan Parwati, is there any project or what is your presentation that you want to present, and then what is the objective of that pack? Yeah.
A revamp of my client's garden.
It's good. So revamp of the client's garden.
Yeah.
So that's number 1. Number 2, revamp client garden.
Yeah.
Rose garden,
Yeah, flower rose garden.
Rose garden. Okay, good. So this is basically the project, the revamp client's rose garden.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the objective of this revamping?
The objective to upgrade the current messy garden into English flower garden.
All right.
With a fountain in it.
Okay, good. So at least we know. We start with the end in mind. Yeah. So we have the current situation. The garden looks need to be revamped. Yeah. Why? We need to know why we need to revamp the garden, and also we know at the end, how do we transform?
Yeah.
How do we transform the garden
Yes.
from the messy garden into the well planned
yes,
garden.
and very
Healing.
English garden. Yeah,
In English,
garden. Yeah.
and also we have some sort of healing
Healing elements.
elements in that revamping of the client's garden. Okay, that's good. So at least we know what is our objective. Yeah, so that we can focus. Yeah, when we know the objective, we can focus. What are the source of the information that we need to support our project? Okay, in terms of the design, in terms of the layout, and also what are the resources or the material that we need, and also we can do a costing. We can also budget our project. Yeah. So in this case, maybe you need to have what sort of budget that you need to be approved, for example. Yeah? What sort of budget that we require? How much it costs to revamp the Rose Garden? Okay, good. So that is important about the step number one: design our objective, or define our objective. In this case, we need to know the action-oriented objective. Is this to inform? Okay. In this case, is to persuade. Yeah, to persuade the client to agree on our revamping project, for example. And then for Alif case, is basically to motivate or influence. Yeah, influence the team, for example. How do we design the race car? Yeah, the race car. Okay. So that is the key for this step number one, which is define your objective. All right? Okay, good. Okay. All right. So the step number module 3 and step number 2 is basically know your audience. Okay. So in this case, what are the characteristics of the audience? Yeah. For example, like what is the demographic? Okay. The pain point. For example, like the revamping the client Rose Garden. What is the current pain point of the client? Poverty.
Pain point.
Messy.
Yeah. The flower pots all are not in order. No, not organized. So we need to.
So basically, client is not happy lah in the current arrangement. Yeah. And then Alif, what is the pain point? Yeah.
The pain point for my project is find ideas for designing the race car body.
Okay. Why is that a pain point?
Because I as a student still studying, so I cannot get the idea to design a race car. I'm not a designer from a big company.
But then we have the resource available. Later we can see how we can use the AI, for example. Yeah, AI. How do we use the ChatGPT to basically propose us the design of the race car. And then from there, Alif and the team can look at these are the design available in the, and sometimes they can do a futuristic design. Yeah, which basically we can select which design is suitable for our project. Okay, so there are all those are the resources that we can use to basically to understand, or to design our race car in this case, based on the pain point or based on the persona of the team members or the audience. Okay, then we go for the then we tailor the tone, data depth, and the storytelling. That is basically the knowing your audience. Yeah. Because sometimes based on the experience, we can tell our audience, for example, standing committee, for example. Okay, the audience is ranging from the CEO to the head of plant, for example, or even head of department, and also the team members. Yeah, and each of them have a different ideas. Yeah, and then sometimes they also are technical in nature, for example. So we have to know, are they technical person? Okay? Are they very what I call it detailed person? So that when we do a presentation, we can basically anticipate what kind of question they will ask us. Yeah, and then we have all those all those answer, yeah, so that when we answer the question from the committee or from the management, then we can answer it correctly. It gives our confidence to them that we basically know what we are presenting, and also all our data, facts, and figures is basically up to date and current to the issues that we have on hand. Okay, that is important. Why we need to know our audience. Yeah. Okay. So in this case, so now we have basically some sort of an example. How do we prepare our pack based on the define the objective, and also know our audience is by starting with the problem statement. Okay. We have just now touched base on what is the current problem that we have. For example, Pawati just now explained the current rose garden is very messy. Yeah, we can show a picture. Yeah, of the current garden, and then we can also give an idea or propose what sort of a future garden that client will be happy, yeah, to have. Okay, so we can suit to their needs. Yeah, and then in this case, I give example. In terms of the problem statement, we have the current workforce challenges. Okay, so imagine we are basically presenting to the company, yeah, where we have the issue on the workforce. Yeah, for example, like the skill gap. Yeah, we have in this case, 42% of employee lack the essential skill, and then in this case, 42%, the skill dropping year by year. Yeah, that is the challenges of the company currently, and then and also the critical competencies are missing. Yeah, so I want to show here is that from this problem statement, we can basically start preparing our pack. Yeah, by showing using the data skill gap. 42% of the current employee, yeah, lack of the key skill. And what are the issues? Yeah, what are the issues in this case? Yeah, first we have the low employee motivation. Okay, and then we also have the high turnover rate. Yeah, and then because of that, low morale impacting the performance of the workforce, okay? And increase the turnover, affecting the stability. So we need to have, for example, like this case, our workforce is facing the growing skill gap and rising the turnover. This is our problem statement, yeah, for our presentation pack. Let's pause for a while. Let's go to the individual project. So define, for example, Alif, you have mentioned just now, maybe you need to detail out what is the challenges for Alif and the team to design the race car. Okay. Using this example, yeah.
Of my team lack essential skills.
Mm-hmm.
First, second.
Example. What are the skills that they lack?
They don't know yet about the mechanical knowledge.
Of the racing car.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then beside that, what else? That the lack.
Besides that, lack of lecturer guidance
Okay.
in designing the project.
It is in the project. Yeah. Why lecturer don't have any experience.
Maybe because the lecturer a lazy person.
Or maybe this new to them, potential, new to the lecture, into the race car design.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. And then based on that, based on the problem, we also know, what are the issue, So that on that one we can basically we can understand what is our issue, then we can basically have the solution, solution. At the moment now, at least I can see Alif may have some ideas how to solve that problem. How to solve the problem, betul tak?
Yes.
Okay, good. So back to Puan Wati. What is our, at least now for the designing of the revamp the client those garden. What can we show here in terms of the current problem statement that we have? Why the current client have an issue in terms of their rose garden? Maybe number one.
Lack of knowledge of maintaining the garden.
Yes.
And then
No
maybe
time.
my clients got no time for maintaining the garden.
Yeah. Okay. And also maybe any issue in terms of the vegetation or for the water
Oh, yes,
watering system.
Yeah.
So with the revamping, then at least we know the solution. Okay, the solution, perhaps we need to have automatic automatic watering system. So that can be included in the project. That will be included in our next solution slide. Okay, alright. So good. So at least we have defined our objective, our project. So we are focusing now. We are focused now for Alif design the race car, for Pawati to revamp the client rose garden. So from here, so at least we know we can anticipate what sort of solution that we're going to have, to present our proposal, in this case Alif proposal to the team and also to the lecturer, and also Pawati proposal to the client, so that they can agree on our solution, When they agree, so at least they approve, they can give money, they can give budget to the project, which is actually what we want actually.
Very important is the budget.
Is the budget, Okay, good. All right. So this is basically our where do we start? When preparing a high impact presentation on the define or start with the problem statement. Why do we need to have this presentation of this project? Okay. Good. Then we go for the module 4, which is basically step 3, structure your content. This is a critical step, where we have to basically get to in depth of the what you call it, structuring the content of the pack. Okay. What are the characteristics of this step number 3? In this case, we need to know just now the 3-part flow, message mapping. From problem solve statement, just now we go for solution and we go for the recommendation. And then we have the opening, and then the body and then the closing, And then in this case, for when we do a slide preparation, we have the message mapping, like we have key message, supporting point and evidence, and using the framework. So in this case, it's very critical step, because when we designing the slide, I can show here. So when we design our slide, just imagine this is our slide. This is a slide. When we designing the slide, yeah, normally we have the what we call the leading statement. Yeah, in this case, this is the leading statement. Yeah, or the key message. This is the key message part. What is the example of the leading statement here? Okay. Just by looking at the leading statement, we know what is the content of our slide. Okay. So when we design the slide, we have the leading statement, and we have normally just now I show we have something like the problem statement here, and then we have the evidence here. Yeah. Okay. This is the leading statement, and then it's something like a root cause. A root cause example. Here we have the root cause. Okay. And here we have the solution. A root cause, or here we have the evidence on that one. Yeah. So in this evidence, we can show the graph. Yeah. For example, like the graph. Yeah. Or so the visual, to show the evidence. Okay. Then from there, then we have some sort of solution, or the proposed action. So this is basically the format of the slide, yeah, for this what I call the structure your content. But we can have a different arrangement, yeah, depending on the subject or the topic that we want to show. Okay, so in this case we will use the what we call a hypothesis driven presentation. Yeah. Okay. So for the key element, we have to basically give the initial hypothesis. Yeah. Define what is the hypothesis mean. Here mean define the best guess that answer the core question. Okay. And then in this case, we're using the Massey framework. Massey framework is basically employs mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive, such as like a decision tree. In this case, like a root causes analysis. Okay, to break down the problem efficiently. And then we have the actionable evidence. Actionable evidence to prove or disprove the hypothesis. And in this case, say with chart. Yeah. So we have the root causes here. Yeah. Why the problem happened. And then what are the evidence that available that support that actually we have a problem? It's supported by the facts and figures. Okay, and then from there, then how do we do the structure, the presentation? We define the problem, have the problem statement, and then formulate the hypothesis. For example, here present a tentative specific answers. This is example. Example, in this case, increasing price by 5% will raise revenue by 10% without significant volume loss. This is example of the formulate the hypothesis. Yeah. In this case, for example, like Puan Parwati, for the revamp the client rose garden, what are the proposed hypothesis in this case? What are the root cause? Yeah. Using this example. Give some idea. For example, by having the water fountain. Example, by having the water fountain will increase the rose garden effectiveness, something like that, yeah. Or by having the water vegetation system will increase auto watering will increase the chances of the survival of the plant. Example, that is where we have the formulate the hypothesis. So for Alif, what are the hypothesis for the RISCA?
When searching idea from internet, I can gain more knowledge about designing a car.
Alright, so that is the example of the hypothesis. Okay. For example, that we have some sort of perception, or the some sort of idea, yeah. Then from that idea, we develop the hypothesis, so that we can have all the evidence. In this case, Polwati just now will check the evidence on the what are the success rate of the other rose garden, yeah, that having the problem on their auto without the auto watering, and compare that with the garden with the auto watering. So we can see the comparison, and we know that is basically can support our hypothesis that with the auto watering system can basically have the high success rate on the rose garden. And then for example of Alif just now, by searching in the internet, yeah, you can basically have this higher chances of designing the race car, yeah. Or maybe high chances of designing the up to date design of the race car. That is critical, yeah. Okay, that is important because now the good thing about internet is that all the questions that we have, we can Google, and straight away we can know the answers, and we basically can immediately validate the answers based on our experience, based on our skill, knowledge. We can basically validate the answer whether the answers is basically true or false. That is critical. I mean, we don't basically 100% agree or believe on the information, but at least using the Pareto rule, 80-20, maybe 80% of the facts is true, 20% is not true, but we can basically agree that, or maybe we can improvise, yeah, improvise from that information, from our first data that we have from the internet, or from the Google, or from the comparison from the market study, for example. So we can validate, yeah. And this is where the validation is important, to have the evidence, yeah, to validate our hypothesis. Okay, good. Then we also can outline in the root causes segment there in the slide. We can show the logic tree. For example, the revenue versus the cost drivers, which is basically used to test the hypothesis. And then we present the evidence, yeah, using data, graph, chart, yeah, to prove or disprove each branch of the hypothesis. Yeah. And then we can have one root cause from this slide, and as the second root cause we can have another slide. Third root cause we can have the third slide. So at the end we can basically summarize. the root cause and also the solution. Okay? And then at the end we'll have the conclusion and recommendation, whereby we will synthesize the finding into actionable advice. That is the critical. Yeah? In this case, when Panwati present nanti that with or without the auto watering system, then the client can basically agree, okay, this is something that I need, even though it's costly to have the auto watering system, but at least you don't need to worry if you can't go to vacation or nobody can look into the garden when you are not around. At least we have the automation system where we can basically, now it's available in the market. We can have the auto timer for the pump. Yeah, for the pump. We can set every 2 hours to run, every 2 hours to stop. Yeah, we can also save the electricity based on that auto timer. Yeah, that's been we only need to water during the day time when the condition is hot. Yeah, when it's not raining, for example. Yeah. That is basically typical problem of the garden. Yeah. And I think it's good that we have this project to have the auto watering system. Yeah, even for our house also. For the house also, it's so good to have this auto watering system. Yeah, where we use the mechanical, the instrument, yeah, the electronic device to basically have the automation. Yeah. It's help to basically prevent the trees, the rose garden from layu, yeah, and also help to basically make it save time, and also make it productive. Yeah, so that we don't need to basically spend time for watering, and also we can save on the water. Yeah, we can save also on the electricity bill because we don't need to run it continuously. Okay, that is something. Wow, this is a project that we need to basically implement that transform into the actionable item. Yeah. That's good. So at least it's something that we can take home a message, yeah, for this presenting this high impact presentation. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, this is basically the hypothesis driven presentation, and say it with chat. Yeah, it's a powerful method. It's a powerful method for us to prepare our presentation pack. Yeah, so that now with the advance of the ChatGPT, yeah, of the what I call that visual, yeah, visual in the internet, we can basically enhance our pack, and we don't need spend a lot of time in preparing the pack. Yeah, because based on my experience doing the pack for the higher level management, yeah. Normally we spend a lot of time in preparing the pack because we don't have the information, we don't have the data. But now we can search the data right in the internet. Yeah. And of course we need to validate. Yeah. But once we validate, then we know the source of the data. Basically the integrity of the pack is proven. Because we don't basically we need to basically code, yeah, what are the source of the information, yeah, so that people can basically can check or validate the reference, yeah, and then also we don't do the plagiarism if we are not informed the source of the information, yeah. Okay, good. So I hope that this technique basically Parwati and Alif can basically take back and then what call it, practice it in the day-to-day activity, either for the project in the university or for the work, yeah, activity. Okay, good. All right. Any question on this hypothesis-driven presentation? Yeah, so it's very clear. Okay, so now we go. Just now I also show in terms of the how do we prepare the draft pack. Yeah, So we go for this draft pack preparation. In terms of this the three part flow just now, we have the opening, we have the body and the closing. In this case, we're using the problem statement, or in this case, the leading statement, and then the solution, the key message, supporting point, and also the evidence, and then we have the recommendation and the next step. Yeah. So if we practice this methodology, then it's much easier and less time consuming to prepare the presentation pack. Because again, based on the experience, sometimes last time we spend a lot of time to prepare, even at the for the especially on the last minute presentation. Yeah. But when you practice this method, it can basically save a lot of time, and then we can complete the presentation before the due date. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, any question on this method? Clear? Right. Okay, and then we deep dive. Yeah? Deep dive into causes of issues or problem. Yeah. Before we go to this, maybe we can have the 5 minutes break. Yeah, for coffee, for example. Right? It's okay. Let's go for coffee for 5 minutes. Then we come back. At the same time, I think we can keep the video on. It's okay.
Pause.
Okay.
Do food.
We pause, huh? Pause.
Rekod video baru.
We pause or pause?
Pause.
Okay, let's go for break.
Dah stop belum? Bukan ni.
Okay. Right. Okay. So okay, thank you. Welcome back after we have the short break just now. So now let's continue with our module 4, which is step 3, structure your content. Okay. So just now we have basically go over the how do we prepare the 3-part flow into the what is the problem statement, the solution, okay, and the recommendation. Now we deep dive into causes of issues of the problem. Okay. In this case, as I give example just now, what are the causes of the capability gaps in the company? Yeah. So we have the section called insufficient training. Yeah. What is the key message for this insufficient training? We have the lack of development program and structured learning opportunities. And what are the proposed visual? In this case, we have the presentation of the board icon. Okay. All right, and then we have the limited career path. What are the key message? No clear advancement of growth opportunities. Yeah, for the limited career path, and also in terms of the I call it the high turnover rate. Okay, and then the visual, we have the ladder icon. No clear advancement opportunities. Okay, and then on the poor leadership support, we have the minimal coaching, feedback, and also the cognition from the leaders. In this case, visual, we have the manager icon with the set face. So these are basically the 3 factors that hindering the employee growth and also the rising turnover. Okay? So the root causes of the gap would be somewhere here. Yeah. In the slide, we have this root causes session where we can basically transfer this information into the root causes portion assignment there. Okay. All right. And then, okay. Any question on this root causes? Any question on this slide? What I call that configuration? These are the visual that we can use, yeah, to basically present these capability gaps. Okay. All right. Then module 5. When we go for module 5, step 4, which basically design high impact visual. Okay. So in this module, what are the characteristics? We need to have a design principle, like visual storytelling, yeah. And then in this case, when we design the slide, how do we then do the simplicity, yeah? How do we do the contrast, spacing, and also the hierarchy? And then how do we using the visual, yeah? For example, like the chart, yeah, here. The visual evidence, okay, say it with chart, okay, and then icon, image or diagram, and then we need to avoid any we need to avoid cluttering the slide. Sometimes, most of the time, I can see that people like to write a lot of statement in the slide, which basically distract the attention of the audience. So it's much better to have the visual, because pictures tell more story than the statement. I think that's good for my team. Yeah, that's why we need to have the more visual, and then we have to have the storytelling, like our leading statement, kind of provide a continuous story from one slide to another slide. Yeah, so that the flow of the slide will be much visible to the audience. Yeah. So that when they listen to our presentation, they understand what we want to present, what are the visual that we support or evidence that we support our issues, and what are our recommendation or solution. Okay, so that's important in terms of the designing our high impact visual. And now, thanks to the thanks to the ChatGPT, thanks to the AI, there are a lot of examples of the high impact visual that we can use from the internet. Yeah. So now I can say that even like the what call it they call it now ChatGPT, but some program they call it what call it AI tool that we can use, that we can download. AI tool. We just give a prompt. Yeah, give a prompt, and then automatically they can give the what call the design, the output from our prompt. It's very powerful. Yeah. Now senang, banyak information. Yeah. So dalam kita boleh download banyak apps yang berkenaan dengan macam Canva for example. We can basically they can give a prompt, they can develop our even our video or image from our prompt. Yeah, and the prompt should be specific what you want to present. Okay, so that's powerful about our the current AI or ChatGPT now. Yeah. Okay. Then now we have to do the practice. Yeah, practice the pack preparation and also the demonstration. Okay. So I have here presentation pack for sample number 1. Yeah. In this case, addressing people capability challenge, building a skill and engage workforce. So, what is the purpose of this slide? Yeah. It's basically to introduce the topic and the set tone, and then the purpose, the image. The visual image here is of employees collaborating, and also the so basically for each slide, there's a message that even the choice of the icon or the image representing the message that you want to deliver. Okay, and then for the slide number 2, current workforce challenge. This is basically slide number 1, yeah, number 2, and then number 3, number 4, number 5, 6. Okay, So for the slide number 2, current workforce challenge, we present the data and the key issues. Yeah. For example, like 42% in skill gap now have basically skill gap have increased to 95%. So it's looking the gaps is basically becoming wider and wider. And why? Because of the engagement issues on the low employees motivation, and also the high turnover rate. That is basically our root cause of the problem. And then the key factors behind, we can basically detail more lagi. We can elaborate more lagi. What are the key factors behind the gap? In this case, we diagnose the root cause. We need to have the box for training, career path, and also the leadership support. These are basically the why we have the gap. Lack of key skill due to the insufficient training. And then we have the limited career path in the organization, and also the poor leadership support. That go back to the addressing the people capability challenges. And then we have the solution. And also we have the evidence, and we have the solution for improvement. So we're using this visual to present our solution for improvement. In this case, they propose a 3-column infographic, like upskill and reskill, career development, and boost the engagement. For example, by having the advanced training program, we'll have 20% increase. We can predict 20% increase in higher production. That's number one. And then by having the clear growth path into career development, for example, from the engineer, they want to become the senior engineer. So after senior, how many years they are in engineer? For example, you are already at the junior engineer for 5 years. Of course, you want to go for promotion, and also with the increment in the salary, for the next phase. That's why by having the clear growth path, after certain years, you'll be promoted to the senior engineers. After senior engineers, then you can go for promotion to manager, for example, or even to the session head. But what is the target to go into that? Minimum 7 years, or 10 years. They can have the clear engineer can know when they go into that position. They know they can basically aim. After 7 years in this company, I can basically become the manager. After I be the senior engineer, I can target to become a supervisor or manager. That's an example of this clear growth path. And then enhance the recognition and support. Each year, when your performance is good, then company will give you a performance bonus. Then they also boost the engagement with the employee. That is the solution for the improvement. And then from there, what is the expected outcome? With that solution, we expect the higher skill level, and with the higher skill level, 50% higher in terms of the production. That is the projected outcome. And then we also reduce the defect, because now engineers are capable, so they can basically do the work properly. They've been trained, and then that can reduce the 30% defect, for example. And then greater engagement. We have the saving cost saving by 26%. Example of the projected outcome. And then action plan. Next step, we have the purpose is to inspire collaboration and working together, and then team photo with a motivational tagline. In this case, growing stronger together, empowering our people for a brighter futures. That is basically the what called the presentation pack. We have the 6 slides of this presentation, where each have the visual, yeah, so that we can present to the management, yeah, to basically how do we address our people capability challenges. Okay, that is for the presentation pack example number 1. Okay. Okay. So we have the presentation pack example number 2. Maybe Alif can basically I call that explain how do we define this based on the sample number 1 that I have just mentioned just now. You can see that the pattern is more or less the same. Yeah. Yeah. So we have the define the key topic, in this case addressing customer service challenges, yeah, improving our service experience, yeah. So from there we design in terms of the we have the image of the frustrated customer, okay, and also the helpful representative, yeah, where we can basically have that visual. People audience we certainly can tell this is basically the why we want to present this in terms of addressing customer service challenges. Okay, and then from there we can have the problem, what is the problem of declining satisfaction. Okay, on the second slide. Yeah. So again, take this as a slide number 1. The format basically follow this format. Yeah, slide number 1. Yeah. Then number 2, the slide number 2, basically follow we had the problem. Yeah, the problem. Yeah, on slide number 1. And then the slide number 3 is basically the solution, service improvement plan. Okay, the slide number 3, and we outline the actionable solution. In this case, we will enhance the training, okay, upskill the staff, and then have the service. How do we improve our service consistency? Okay, and then from the slide, from the solution slide, we also have the expected benefit slide. Yeah. What can we achieve, or what can the company achieve after we done all this improvement? Okay, yeah, left. So in this case, the benefit, yeah, we can basically boost the satisfaction of the customer after we upskill the staff, and then we have the faster response, quicker resolution from our staff to any complaint from the customer. Because here we need to address how do we improve our customer service, yeah, and then we also have the set clear service standard into the consistent quality to the customers. Okay, and then we have the next slide is on our recommendation, yeah, our recommendation action, which is basically present the implementation roadmap. For example, Q1, what we need to do. Q2, what we need to do. In this case, Q2, we launch the training after we get the budget approval. Yeah. Then at the Q3, because Q2 we have every quarter we got 3 months, so we expect that within 3 months we can achieve this. The next 3 months, Q3, after we do the system upgrade, selling implementation, then we can achieve the Q4. We do the process optimization, so that we can basically do the performance review, yeah, after we implement all those solutions. And then the moving forward together is basically elevating our customer experience for lasting success. Okay. So now you can see, yeah, Pamati also, yeah, you can see how do we design our slide, yeah. Based on the format, yeah. I can say this is the format or methodology, yeah, of the structuring your content, having the leading statement, the root cause, we have the 3-part flow, we have the problem statement, we have the root cause and also the solution, and then we have the recommendation and the next step. Yeah. So you can use this method, yeah, to basically prepare for each of the problem. In this case, Alif, when you have the design the race car mock-up model, your slide number 1, what do you see? For slide number 1, what would be your slide here?
A statement and visual. Visual.
Of the race car. Correct or not?
Yes. Race car visual. Maybe I can put a person.
A driver?
Yeah.
Kan? Or the designer?
Or a person feel dizzy too.
Dizzy, how to design the race car?
Yeah.
So you can basically prompt the AI to have what are the right visual for that statement. Yeah. Then for the slide number 2, what is the problem statement that you want to put there in your slide?
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of skill.
Lack of skill. Lack of guidance.
Guidance, yes. Lack of guidance from the lecturer. So at least you get 3. You got 3 problem kan? You can have the key issue here: lack of knowledge, lack of skill, and also lack of guidance. Oh, excellent, Arif. Impressive, impressive, Arif. Yeah. And then what are the solution that you have in mind?
Upskill, skill and knowledge.
Okay. By what?
By refer to internet sources.
All right.
Or
Training.
also train.
Kan? Training kan? Maybe a lecturer can university can bring in the top person maybe yang dia have design the race car to give a talk, correct not? To give a talk to the student, so at least you can gain his knowledge. Normally university can do that. They can bring in the outside outside speaker, yeah, which is basically a subject matter expert on the race car design. In fact, normally race car, but designing
Design
expert.
anything.
What tool they do use?
Yeah.
Correct or not? What tool they use for designing? Yeah. Normally, what is a tool available now in the market?
SolidWorks.
Yes.
Other than that, Katia.
Oh, Katia. Okay.
Yes.
3D modeling.
3D modeling. SolidWorks.
SolidWorks. SolidWorks. SolidWorks.
SolidWorks.
Okay. Oh, 3D modeling. Oh, respect. Alif knowledge very good in terms of the designing. Yeah. Which the SolidWorks and also the 3D model is something that also I also need to know about that tool. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the basically available in the market. Okay. So just now that is the solution. Okay. And then what is the expected benefit from that improvement?
My team can work more efficient.
All right, good. Wow, keyword efficient. I like that.
Then, 3 more. 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 3 more.
productive.
product
Mm.
similar.
Yeah.
Maybe can get
Innovative.
Innovative.
Innovative. Banyak idea kan? More ideas, yes. More ideas.
from
Yeah. Mm.
from sources.
Mhm.
Okay. Better designing.
Better design. Yeah. Or up to date design. Or improve design.
Yeah,
Improve design. Yeah. Okay. Right. Good. Right. And then what is the recommendation?
recommendation.
That you want, for example, this recommendation, pihak universiti boleh approve, contoh.
The university
Can approve the budget ke? Yeah.
the budget for
The tool, kan?
to buy the designing tool.
Yes, that's important.
So
Is the tool available now in the university?
that's available.
Mm.
Students can
Can practice lah, kan?
practice at lab.
In lab, yeah. Yeah, lab, yeah. Maybe can improve the lab facilities, yeah,
Yeah.
by having all those we call it state of the art designing softwares, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, Alif, so what is the moving forward together? What is the tagline after you have all that? Yeah. A bit.
With skill and knowledge, you can be a better person.
Alright, that's the key word. With the skill and knowledge, can be a better person, or the team can excel. Yeah, can excel in their designing the race car project. Okay, that's good. Then maybe Puan Wati, in terms of the revamp the client rose garden. Yeah. What will be the slide number 1 that you have in mind? But before that, let me check the video first. Okay, good. All right. So, Wadi, we can have the visual here, the current Rose Garden. Current issue for Rose Garden. Yeah. What are the pinpoint issue, pinpoint of the current Rose Garden, like the messy, the layout is messy. Yeah. So we can show the rose flower here.
Yeah.
Frustrated person enter messy garden.
Messy garden. Yeah, that's good. And then what are the problem?
The outline of the garden.
And then lack of auto watering, can. And then third maybe
Lack of
lack of maintenance, yeah. Or the baja, the fertilizer, the tanah, I mean the soil. Improve the soil condition is not perfect, kan? That's all
up to
the standard.
Yeah.
Okay, that can be the problem for the current rose garden, kan? Then what is the solution? What the improvement plan? Have in mind?
A better soil, a better soil. I mean, soil that suits the needs of the garden for
Okay.
the roses.
Yes, in terms of the pH, in terms of the maybe
The best soil lah.
the best
The
soil.
best soil.
Mm-hmm.
And then the auto watering
Auto water system. Mm-hmm.
Install.
Install
install a
with the pump, with the timer.
yeah.
That's the solution.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then maybe the water fountain.
Build a water.
Build a water fountain kan? Oh, tak ada. Maybe something like what are the third solution tadi yang kita explain?
Maintain.
Maybe improve maintenance kan? Improve maintenance
of the garden.
and maintenance of the garden. Yeah. Okay, that can be the solution improvement plan. And then what are the expected benefit from that improvement?
A well planned garden. I mean, well layout, good layout of garden.
Good.
That suits the client's expectation.
All right.
Like they have a pavement for the person to walk around the garden.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, then we can have the more what I call that more flower, more rose flower blooming.
Yeah.
Okay, more rose flower blooming,
High customer.
and then highly satisfied customer.
Highly satisfied customer. Yes.
That's good. All right. And then the recommendation next step.
A good budget for the good budget
For a good budget.
suitable budget for the revamp.
For the revamp.
Yeah.
Then second,
Proposed budget.
proposed budget.
Mm.
And then second, the installation
Yeah.
installation of the auto working system, and also the pavement, yeah. Mm-hmm. And also maybe we have the timeline also lah. Timeline when, yeah.
When to complete?
When to start and when to complete. Yeah. Pawati expected how many months to complete this project?
About 1
Half
to
a year.
2 months.
Oh, that's good.
1 to 2 months.
1 to 2 months is good. At least it's a stretch target.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 2 months.
Mm.
Yeah. Normally we have the stretch target. We have the what call that? Meet the target.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe 3 months is good. Yeah. But if you can have it in 1 or 2 months, that's even better. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. And then moving forward together. What is the vision for the rose garden? Yeah.
To have a better, well planned, well laid out garden. For the clients, and also maybe their friends or what come over and have a relaxing, having at the garden. Having tea or what at the garden.
Even the customer, kan? Potential customer.
Maybe for a potential customer.
Yeah, who want to buy who want to buy the flower, kan? Or also want to buy, for example, the plant, and the those trees.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rose lead to
Satisfaction.
satisfaction.
That is basically the moving forward together. Good. So at least we have the vision.
Yeah.
What we want to achieve. So that's important in terms of how do we design our presentation pack. All right. So that is basically we have 15 minutes to go. Yeah. Before we complete the 2 hours training lecture. So then we have the presentation pack sample number 3. Yeah. In this case, I take example of addressing production plant issues and challenges. Okay. You can basically later relate to the Alif Reska project and Pawati on the revamp the rose garden for the client. Okay. And then in this case, enhancing operational efficiencies. And what are the current production challenges? Okay. It's a declining output from 2019 1,200 drop to 950 in terms of the output. And then what are the key issues? We have the equipment downtime, yeah, machine always break down, yeah, and we have the high defect rate. For example, like mechanical parts, alif, macam motor, yeah, motor valve, okay, all the maybe piping issue defect, yeah, and then also the rising cost, yeah, and then what are the root cause of the inefficiency? Inefficiency is due to the aging equipment, yeah. In this case, why aging equipment? Because of the equipment downtime, and then because of the lack of training, and also the poor process control. Yeah, that is basically I always refer to this one. Yeah, the root causes, root causes of efficiency on this slide. Okay, and then what are the solution? Of course, the root causes is supported by evidence, and what are the solution for improvement? Okay, in this case, upgrade the machinery. Yeah, upgrade the machinery. Invest in a modern equipment. Okay, where we'll achieve 20% higher production. Okay, and then enhance training. This is critical. Sometimes company don't provide a budget for training, but it's important for the people, for the workers, yeah, to be trained so that they can do their job properly. Okay? And by having the enhanced training, we can reduce 35% of the rejection rate. That is important. And then finally, optimize the process. Implement the lean practice. Okay, do the automation. Automation, for example, that can improve 35% of the cost saving. Yeah. So that is the solution for improvement. And then the next step. For the next step, in this case, we need to have the equipment. Phase 1, we do a phasing project. For example, just now, Alif, how many months you want to achieve the project tadi?
1 month.
1 month, or maybe take about 2 months. 2 months. So 1 month you take about 4 weeks. Okay. 2 months you take about 8 weeks. So you have the plan for the based on the weekly basis. Every week, what you want to achieve. You have the small target for each week. Yeah. So that you can have in this case, phase 1, equipment upgrade. Yeah. And then quarter 2, we do train the workforce, yeah, for 3 months, and then again continue the train workforce for the Q3 after we do the system upgrade, and then when we do the process optimization in the Q4, we streamline the operation. That's where the next step, the action plan. In this case, for the big company, normally they have a 1 year project. Yeah. For the case of Puan Wati just now, for the 2-month revamp planning those garden. Okay, we have the we had a plan. We had a plan. First week apa nak buat, yeah. Second week what is the next step, yeah. Third week, fourth week, and then until the completion of the project at the end of the week number 8, which is basically 2 months project. Okay, and then the moving forward together. In this case, elevating our customer experience for lasting success. You can see. We have covered in this presentation pack the step number 1, define the objective, and then we also know the audience, yeah, and then we also structure the content, and then design this with the visual, yeah. See how powerful is that the visual, because less words but the message clear, yeah. The message is very clear, yeah, and it's also very interesting to see, yeah. Normally we say that wow, it's a wow moment, yeah, by having the root cause of the problem being traveled out to the company or to the committee or the team. Yeah, we know what is the issue. So from the issue, we also have the solution. Yeah, that we can recommend to the team or to the committee. Okay, and then we also have the end in mind, and then we use visual to attract the attention of the audience. Yeah, it's colorful, attractive. Audience will listen to what you say rather than they read through the slide. segments.
Sentence.
Sentence, yeah. Because again, picture do a lot of what I call it. Picture can tell a lot of stories. Yeah. So that is basically and also then of course after you prepare all this, then you have to practice rehearse the presentation. Yeah. Maybe you have you need to memorize what you want to say or what you want to present. Yeah. By having you can take the slide as your clue, but it's important that you practice what you want to say, so that your presentation will be very smooth. Yeah, during the to the audience. Yeah. Okay. And then deliver with confidence. Okay. So that is basically the overall 6 step of the high impact presentation. So then the module 6 step 5 we rehearse strategically. In fact, just now also we we kind of get the practice. Yeah. Maybe for Alif or Panwati, maybe can basically use this technique to rehearse for example the verbal, the visual, the timing, and so the transition, and then try not to look at the presentation slide, or try to look at the note by having by memorize what you want to say to the audience. Okay. And then body language. Yeah. So that you need to stand in front of the audience, so you have your body language, your motivational, your energy should present it to the audience. Okay. And then again, managing the anxiety through practice. Yeah. That's what I say earlier. Practice make perfect. Okay. When you practice, then you do a perfection to the presentation. Okay. Then we go for the basically the last step. Yeah. Which is deliver. Yeah. Deliver with confidence. Okay. In this case, I think before let me check the video first. Yeah. Before we start with this one. All right. Okay. So how do we deliver? How do we deliver with confidence? What are the characteristics? In this case, you need to do the opening engagement, Q&A. Just now I also asked both of you in terms of the question and answers, so that participants will be alert during the training, or during the presentation. And then we need to do the maintaining the audience engagement, And important here is the closing with impact, call to action. Just now when we present the sample slide, at the end, what is the vision? What is the call to action that we want to achieve from this presentation, right? Okay. Okay, now integration and final demonstration. Before we closing this training program on the high impact, on the 6 step of preparing high impact presentation. Let's recall again the 2 steps, and if you have time, we can basically have the 2-minute demo to reflect. Okay. Just to recall back. And then for example, what is the coaching that we can give, during the demo, and what are the key takeaways and personal improvement commitment. Okay, we have about 5 minutes, 5 minutes to go, before we close this session. So maybe we start with Alif. Again, recall back the 6 steps. Number 1.
Define objective.
Okay. Why you want to define your objective?
so that we know what content we want to present.
Alright. Okay.
Then until then,
Take example, design the race car.
oh, so
You just recall balik what you have mentioned to me throughout this training. Yeah.
Next, know your audience.
Okay, good.
From
In this case, who's your audience?
my lecturer.
Lecturer, okay. Your team members and also the lecturer, yeah, and also the committee, kan? Okay.
Yeah.
And then third,
Third, structure your content.
all right. Okay.
Mm,
And what are the method for structuring your content?
Use three-part flow.
All right.
There is opening,
Mm-hmm.
body,
Mm-hmm.
and then closing.
Okay.
Awal.
Or we have the from segment.
From segment.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Other than that, we can for presentation structure,
All right.
we can first define problem.
All right. Good.
Problem.
Mm-hmm.
Second, formulate the hypothesis.
All right. Good.
Third, outline key driver trees.
Uh-huh.
From key driver from key driver trees,
Mhm.
show logic tree
Alright.
used to test hypothesis.
All right. Good.
Fourth, present evidence.
Uh-huh.
Use data graphs
Mhm.
to prove or disprove hypothesis.
All right. Whoa, Alif memory very good lah. Okay. Then.
For step 4.
So solution. I mean, after you have the one solution, you have the solution. Solution segment kan.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
After present
Hypothesis tu.
evidence,
Uh-huh.
the fifth one is conclusion and recommendation.
Mm-hmm. But you need to have the solution first, yeah.
Synthesize findings into actionable advice.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Wow, excellent. Give a clap to Alif. Excellent. Good. And then we go for point one thing. In terms of the similar to Alif, we can summarize the step. Yes,
Firstly, to define the objective of revamp
Client Rose Garden.
my client's rose garden.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay. First, to define a well-planned rose garden to the client.
Okay. Good.
Okay. And then to know the
Know your audience.
know the audience.
Okay.
Yeah. Know the audience.
The audience, yeah.
Know the audience. To
In this case, your clients know what is their pain point.
yeah. The pain point.
The pain point. Okay.
The pain point on the current situation of the client's garden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the number 3 is the structure of the presentation.
Okay, good.
Structure. The opening body of the opening, the message, and also the framework.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
In this case, the problem just now for the garden.
The problem,
Mm-hmm.
the current problem,
It's messy.
no layout,
No
messy
layout.
rose garden,
Mhm.
and then also lack of maintenance of the garden,
Mm-hmm. And so the auto watering lack of
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. And then
Automation.
Then the solution?
and the solution is
Mm.
a well-planned garden lah,
Okay.
with a pavement for the a client to walk about the garden,
Mm-hmm.
and then implementation of the auto watering system,
Uh-huh.
and suitable soil for the garden lah.
Roughly, what sort of a budget that you are looking for into this
Budget
project?
is about 5 to 10K.
Oh, okay. Wow.
5 to 10K.
So
Because
perhaps
we
with
want to we want to have a very well planned
well
garden,
planned.
with a perfect which suits the client's expectation. So we have to take a very a quality soil, and also types of the flowers to bring into the garden.
Just a suggestion, maybe with the 5 to 10K project cost, maybe you also have the anticipated return of investment, ROI. For example, like with the revenue from the selling the rose plant or rose flowers, and then we expect how many years we can get back the return of investment.
Yeah, maybe we can implement that, but I'm not sure whether the client is doing it for business or not.
Yeah. We can have the tangible benefit and also the intangible benefit.
Yeah.
For example, like intangible, the mental what kind of, the healing, the mental healthiness, that can be an intangible benefit
Yeah.
from this improvement project of the rose garden revamping. Yeah. Good. So interesting. So let's see from this how we can basically relate that to our ongoing project. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are basically I think almost toward the end. Yeah. So for the let's key in the attendance for this presentation. Yeah. And then before I close this presentation, I need to basically ask the participant the key takeaways. Yeah, the key takeaways from this project or from this presentation. Yeah, maybe start with Alif. What do you gain from this 2 hours? Yeah, or in this case 4 hours training, but we have been presenting here for about 2 hours. Yeah. What are the key takeaways from you that you can basically implement in your day-to-day work or in your future project?
Now, I from this course, I learn how to structure my content in presentation.
Oh, great, good.
Next, from the presentation, I have a oriented objective.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so that I can let my audience understand what I'm trying to
Convey. Yeah. To present.
present.
And what is the end in mind? What is the end in mind? Yeah. What you want to achieve after this? Yeah.
Oh, after this course, I want to.
I'm confident.
I am feel more confident to present
Yes. Yeah.
my race car design
All right. Good.
to my lecturer and team workers.
Exactly. Good, Alif. That's good. Then give clap to Alif. Then finally we go to Puanwati. What's the takeaway from this presentation?
Okay, from the course here, it gives me more tips on good presentation. to my clients.
All right.
Okay, and also it improved a lot on how and what should I convey during my presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, because based on my experience, I have used this methodology, this technique, in my proposal to the high level management. Yeah. In this case of Petronas and also to PIPC, and Alhamdulillah the presentation, the success rate of the presentation is very high. Yeah. And then basically the approval rating from this presentation also very good. So I hope that with this skill and knowledge or technique that I presented on this 6 step of very high impact presentation, Pornawati and Alif can basically apply it in the day-to-day activity, so that you will be deliver the presentation with confidence. Okay. Okay, good. So with that, I thank you for attending my training, yeah, on the 6 step of very high impact presentation, and again see you in the next opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, Cik Amin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.